Hey, this is John Frost with the Disney Blog. I am over the top excited to be here with Ben from Walt Disney Imagineering. And I will tell you, I just got off the attraction and I still feel the wind in my hair and the rock music pulsing in my head. So, but let's talk a little bit, before we get into the nuts and bolts of the attraction, let's talk a little bit about the backstory and how Xandar came to EPCOT.
Sure. As we know, the Guardians of the Galaxy, Peter Quill, is from Earth, or Terra, as the Xandarians like to call it. And he came to EPCOT as a kid, like many of us did. And when the Xandarians were going to go out in the world, out in the galaxy, really, and make relationships and meet new people, he suggested Earth, and specifically EPCOT. So the Xandarians came and they built this Wonders of Xandar pavilion to explain a little bit about their galaxy and its relationship to ours, their culture, their heroes, their technology. And that's what you see as you're going through the queue here in the pavilion.
Excellent. So obviously the ride has a DNA, its own unique style that really can't be described in a few words. But it has some DNA with other Disney attractions. Like I noticed there's a tribute to Universe Benji. Can you talk a little bit about the DNA of this attraction?
Sure, I can talk. Disney has a strong tradition in dark rides and a somewhat tradition in coasters, and we've taken those and plus them up to make an even greater guest experience. As many of you know, it's a family thrill coaster, and it's a first of its kind in that we can control the point of view of the guests through the attraction. So we call it a storytelling coaster. The story starts in the pavilion, and you end up on a Star Charter spaceship, and then you follow the Guardians of the Galaxy on an adventure, and the story never stops.
Right. What that sort of roller coaster with an omnimover kind of perspective is so cool, and there's the ride building is so immense. So just kind of explain put it in perspective with other Disney coasters.
Sure. Well, it is one of the longest enclosed coasters in the world, and it's the largest show building we've built here in Florida for sure. And it's just more. The attraction is massive. In order to tell that story front to back, from the moment you step in the pavilion to the moment you step off that vehicle, it required a lot of space and a lot of time. So that's what kind of generated the size and the massiveness of this attraction.
Yeah, I've heard it described as like not so much as a roller coaster as a snowboarding experience where you're going back and forth like a pipe.
It's unlike anything we've done before, really, in terms of feel. A lot of people feel a lot of different things. I feel like you're dancing through the galaxy as you go around. But I've heard lots of different experiences, and I recommend everyone come. I don't want to give away too much. I want everyone to have their own experience on the coaster.
So speaking of dancing, good segue to music. You talk a little about, there's 6 songs, but I heard you started with a much bigger list.
Yes, in typical Guardians fashion, they set a pretty high standard with their soundtracks. So our team started with a list of about 150 songs, and by the time we were able to actually test them on the ride, we were down to 100. And our creative team and our audio teams spent a lot of rides whittling that down to just the 6 that you hear, and they're pretty fun. They're all fun songs, and you never know which one you're going to get. So that's part of the intrigue when you get on the attraction too.
All right. Well, thanks, Ben, so much. I'm going to go on another ride right now.
I highly recommend it. It's very re-rideable.
A big thank you to Ben for helping us understand a little more about Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, which is now open officially today at EPCOT. You will need either to join a virtual queue with a boarding pass or buy an individual Lightning Lane to ride. Please like and subscribe to see more videos from the Disney Blog. Thank you.